and FaZe Banks.
You can find me in the heart of the city. You can tell me that I could have done more. You can show me why I'm here, what I'm feeling. All I know is all I
know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mom's Basement. I'm here with, of course, FaZe Banks, and today we have a special guest, the hero of the TikTok versus YouTuber boxing event, the one and the only anesongib.
Buenos dias. Thank you for having me on the show, boys.
Oh my
Big
gosh.
fucking gibber, man. Like, dude, you had the most polarizing fight this weekend. Such a huge event.
Event. Everything was crazy. And I can't believe the way that they announced it. Such a big fuck up for such an obvious fight.
Dude, it was so obvious. Dude, all of us commentators were like, oh my God, this is the biggest robbery ever, right? Immediately, right after the call. Then it went to Charlemagne the God, and he said it too. Like,
bro,
he
the
said
fucking
it too.
the ref when he raised your guys' hands, the look on his face, it was insane.
He was like, what? Dude, it was
nuts.
I was down ringside for Jarvis's fight. By the way, shout out FaZe Jarvis. He knocked that motherfucker out. Michael Lee. That was another amazing fight. But we were back up at the box for the rest of the event, and bro, everybody in that box was fucking lost their minds, bro. It was it was immediate. It was like everybody was on the same page, all at the same time. Nobody needed to be convinced. That's how badly you beat him.
There was no one.
I was thinking, just in case. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
Go ahead.
You're good.
If something happened, let's say one shot, what would they do? Would they give him the win? That's what I was thinking. Immediately after, I was like, if I didn't win so convincingly, they would have gave it the other side. That's what my immediate reaction.
Are we anywhere closer to figuring out who really fucked that up and where that came from?
So I saw the scorecard. I think it was human error. I think someone just read it wrong. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, you read the scorecard.
And everyone scored, all three judges.
There's one winner.
Dude, this was the most insane thing that has ever happened. Like, it is, they talk about robberies in boxing, and I went back to like look throughout boxing history to look at bad calls or whatever. Nothing even compares to yours. Yours is so obvious. The only way it could be more obvious is if you knocked him out cold and there was a standing 10 count.
Hey, to be honest with you though, I think that this is I said this to you in the DMs yesterday when we were setting this up, Gib. I think that it actually played in your favor. I think you getting robbed and then having it be overturned and having them, I agree. Come forward and fucking switch.
I can understand. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can understand that.
Like, because immediately.
They still want the moment. The moment.
Yeah, your moment was fucked. But it's like, it's like burned in people's heads as like, the most polarizing moment of the whole thing. Like, that's all anybody was talking about. I actually made a tweet after the whole event was done, and I tweeted out, obviously supporting my boy. And I still think that there's a debate there to say that Jarvis just had the fight of the night. He had the only real knockout of the night. Did you get a chance to watch his fight?
I wasn't. I was too busy stretching, but I saw it the next day. His reaction was great. But fight of the night, thing of the night,
no. No.
I love Jarvis. He smashed it. Double right hand, and he dropped him. I loved it. Jarvis and DDG were probably the best people I've met.
Yo, I swear to God, Banks, when you were spamming Gib on Twitter to get him on Mom's Basement, my first thought was, okay, I know Banks, and he's probably gonna try to get Gib into FaZe.
dude, that's your engagement right now. Like you're just so incredible, piping hot. I tweeted at you, and there was fucking immediately thousands of replies. Like, FaZe Gib, people were like, man, fuck FaZe Gib. We want Sidemen Gib. I'm like, guys, I'm trying to get this motherfucker on Mom's Basement. We want to talk to this dude. You're our first.
You know what? So something's gonna leave my thought. I got something to get off my chest. Yeah. I got something that I want to say. I flew back from Miami back to London. I went on my PC. There's a file called Open Me After the Fight. In that file, I made a compilation of everyone who said that I was going to lose. You, Keen, said I was going to lose. You said I didn't deserve to be on that event. You said Taylor Holder would destroy me, and you bet money on my downfall. Not only did I beat Taylor Holder, I outboxed him round after round. And that doesn't discredit Taylor, he's still one of the best boxers on that card. But that just shows how good I am.
Gib, let me say this. Yeah. Gib, let me say this. I have predicted almost every YouTube boxing event correctly, right? You are the outlier. Like, you are the one that made me look like a goddamn fool, and I couldn't be more happy for you. You know,
I'm not gonna run away and hide from it either. I predicted the exact same thing.
You said I'll get whooped.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? I know Taylor. I've met Taylor several times. I know for a fact that people were ducking him. Nobody wanted to fight him. You were the only one who had the balls to fight him.
It's because you lot have never met me. It's because you lot have never met me. It's because you lot have never met me.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't understand the hunger that I got.
Thank God that it happened the way it did, and you did get that fight, and you did step up to the plate. Because
I was worried for Gib. Okay, this is what I thought was going to happen. Gib put everything into YouTube boxing. I thought he was going to go up against Taylor, get another loss, and then he would never have another good opportunity ever again, because after losing to Jake Paul and then losing to Taylor, I
think you said that on the show, right?
Of course.
Yeah. You want to hear who you offered me?
Yeah.
Fucking Alex Wasabi. Alex Wasabi. He said, give fight Alex Wasabi. You know how disrespectful that is. He got knocked out by Boozy Truth. He got knocked out by Boozy Truth. You know the disrespect.
Gib, never change who you are. Your energy is incredible. I'm so happy for you, man. Seriously. Listen, I do want to circle back though and say this. I mean, I think that 99% of people had Taylor Holder. He was just so incredibly confident. You know, he's been boxing for a really long time. And even watching your guys' fight, like I don't think Taylor came in there underprepared. He still looked good.
Taylor's got skills. Taylor's got skills. Anyone else on the card, Taylor would beat.
You were just so much stronger and like more persistent, and just you just came in there a better boxer.
Gib never gave fucking Taylor a chance to breathe. He said, fuck it. True. I'm not going to let this motherfucker show anybody what he can do. I'm going to put him under pressure every fucking second of every fucking round. It was the fucking coolest shit I've ever seen.
It was
Gib,
awesome.
I'm over the top impressed with you, but I need to know, Gib, and the fans need to know. I need you to take your time with this and really walk us through. And me and Banks will just sit here quiet. Explain to us in detail what happens as you're leaving the ring after that horrible fucking call. Like, what happens in the locker room? What's being said?
This is my immediate reaction. I remember when the face-off was done, like me and Taylor, because I couldn't believe that I don't know her name, the woman interviewer, she said us judges scored it close. So in my head, I said, am I deluded? I said, I've won every round. Because I haven't seen the fight back. I just know what I was feeling. I said, I must be deluded. And then Taylor said that it should have been a draw. He should have got the win. So I'm trying to replay the fight that just happened. I said, I must be nuts. So I left. Everyone was trying to speak to me, but honestly, I was livid. I was angry.
Until you opened Twitter, did your feelings change when you opened Twitter?
I didn't go on my phone. For like 40 minutes. I was talking to the coach. I said, what did you guys see? They said, you've been robbed. But I wasn't sure if they were just saying that. But my coaches never sugarcoat things with me. In fact, they do the opposite.
Yo, real quick, in Taylor's defense, though, he, when you're in that fight, just like you said, Gib, like you don't know unless you see the footage. Like when you're in the middle of it, you don't really know everything.
I felt like I was winning the whole fight. That's me, personally.
Well, you felt right, because you did. You won every round.
Yeah, because I raised my hand at the end, like I meant it. I walked around, I celebrated. I'm pretty sure, Keem, before they announced it, I went to you and Fuzi and I said, I told you. And then I closed my mouth because I wasn't sure about the results. I stopped. I wanted to wait. Before I started gloating. So I remember I felt very confident that I won. I was waiting to celebrate. I was waiting. And then when I heard majority draw, I was baffled. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Dude, I'm telling you, one of the funniest things that happened during your fight, and nobody's seen it. I did talk about it in my commentary, though.
Yeah,
right? So Gib is in the ring, and he's just pounding on Taylor Holder over and over again. And Taylor Holder's mother is right behind me, and she's screaming like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit!" Whatever. She's going off on Gib. Gib at the end of the round looks straight at her and goes, "Fuck you, bitch."
No way.
Right to Taylor Holder's mom.
I didn't mean it. No. This is what happened. I didn't know it was his mum. I didn't know that. If I knew, I wouldn't have said that, because I can understand that. Yeah. So
it's her baby.
This is my perspective. Yeah. All right, we're in the clinch. I want to rough him up. I hit him with a hook. Yeah. As like we were kind of breaking. There was a certain section of the crowd that were booing me, and the round ended, and I wanted to go back like, yeah, I took that shit. Yeah, like, I wanted to nod to them and be like, yeah, I want that. Then I see a woman that says, "Fuck you, dirty cunt." She shouts something abuse. She's shouting abuse at me. So I went, "Fuck you, bitch." But then I hear Keem in commentary said, "I think that was his mother." I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh my god,
Banks, we were fucking. I was holding back my laughter in my commentary, and I'm looking at Paige, and Paige is just sitting there like with a giant smile on her face. Bro, it was so funny.
No, I owe an apology. Because I shouldn't say that, because obviously I can understand. I'm on this perspective of watching us.
Yeah, you didn't know though. You didn't know. And listen, heat of the moment too. Like, there's so much energy and fucking adrenaline. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna hold it against you.
Gib, the same thing happened to me. Okay, right after the whole event is done and over with, right? I'm making a Twitter video. I'm like, this event is crazy. Gib got robbed and Bryce Hall got rocked. I look as soon as I say that, I look over and I'm standing right next to Bryce Hall's mom. No. Yes, I turned the camera on Bryce Hall's mom. I'm like, "Oh, and I'm here with Bryce Hall's mom. I'm sorry, like, your kid's tough." Like, I didn't know what to say because she's the nicest lady ever. Like, oh my god.
I know it's so redundant. I know this point has been hammered on so many times, but I do want to take a second to say, like, I don't think there really truly is a single loser on the whole card in the whole event.
Well, Daji.
But dude, everybody
he took a knee.
Yeah, but listen, dude, everybody that had the balls to get in there and do that, like, yeah, I mean, it's just...
Well, people don't understand the training.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm telling you this right now. Listen, in hindsight, when me and Jake Paul were beefing and all that shit, I mean, now that there's so much money attached to it, maybe I would have changed my perspective on this and really went for it. But there was a real opportunity for me to box Jake, like, years ago. And I was like, honestly, bro, like... I'd be willing to meet up with you and fucking shoot the fair ones and fight you in person and like do all that, but I'm not about to like quit smoking my Juul and fucking running every day and like starting to eat different.
It's a lifestyle, and I thought, if I'm honest,
that's what I'm saying.
I thought some of the undercard fighters, I didn't think they were gonna be good, but a lot of people surprised me, man. Everyone took it serious, which I'm really happy with. Like, the event was actually a great event.
It was such a good event, dude.
That's another thing. Everything.
That's another thing I'd love to talk about, like social gloves. We had Mike Malak on here months ago, and his take on it was that this was going to be a fucking shit show, an absolute mess. In terms of the money, it wasn't going to make sense. In terms of production, it was going to be a fucking disaster. And social gloves, you guys absolutely fucking crushed it. I think you guys have earned the trust and respect of the audience, the viewer, and if you got, I mean, you guys, they're surely going to put on another event, I would imagine, right? I don't think anybody's...
It was the best YouTube boxing event that's ever happened. So
no, the production team, I'm not sure who did the production, but I remember Michael Buffer did tweet about who did the production, because I said it was the best YouTube boxing event there's ever been. Like,
hands down.
Dude, with your intros, like when you guys were coming to the stage and you had that big screen behind you.
Yeah, the pyros were a piss take.
Fireworks, like, I mean, it looked like WWE. It was so cool.
Dude, it was so good.
It was so good. It was so good.
Everything about it was there were so many surprises.
There was something really bad that happened. They asked me to make a VIP list and hook, some internet celebrities up with, amazing VIP seats and stuff. So I had this list of everybody. I had little Yachty on there. I had, of course, Banks, and I had Jeffree Star, Jeff Wittick, like all these big YouTubers. I got on a VIP list to go down to the event and, sit ringside in those nice, comfortable chairs or whatever. Now, I don't know any of this is going on, but they gave my VIPs, they gave them fucking nosebleed seats. They had you guys. Yes, they were trying to put Jeffree Star in the 300 fucking level. Jeffree Star said fuck that and left. Bro, Banks, I heard you and Jeff Wittick got mobbed. Like, these people fuck me so bad.
No. That stuff's to be expected, though. I mean, well, I'm stomping through there with the whole crew, right? All the FaZe guys, Mike Malak, fucking, you know what I mean? Our whole squad. And they made us like walk through like all the fans. And I'm not like, you know what I mean? There's a time and a place, right? And you don't want to, the last place you want to interact with a bunch of fans is when there's fucking 10,000 of them and you can't move around, you can't breathe, and you're sweating your fucking tits off trying to get to your seats. Like, it was.
I saw Jeff Wick. Jeff Wick was walking out Taylor Holder. He walked out a few people, didn't he?
Yeah, he walked out with Taylor Holder.
I saw him. They were a few yards ahead of me. I'd stare him down. Walk out.
Yeah, no, that part of it was a little messy too. But
Jeff Wittick is the only one that has an excuse to say Taylor Holder win because he's blind.
You're fucking crazy, Keem.
I love Jeff.
I spent so much time with Jeff the past 2 weeks because we were actually in Miami the week before for Logan's fight. He's a fucking great dude. Great dude. Yeah. One of my all-time favorites as of late.
Tell him I beat him in the 1600 meters of the Challenger Games. I beat him.
Oh,
I beat him in the sprints.
You're a competitor, man. Your energy's fucked, Gib. It's awesome. Please never change that. People love you. You're fucking awesome. And I don't think it's time for you to hold back on this boxing thing. I think you should fucking pedal to the metal, press the gas, and go on this because.
But I don't know who Gib fights next. Okay, let's talk about this for a second.
I actually have a take on this, and I'd like to hear.
Well, let me get this through. Okay, he fought Jake Paul, which is arguably the one of the best. Him and KSI are figured out to be like the best YouTube boxers, right? Lost, right? But then you fight Taylor Holder, who is rumored to be the best boxer at the event last night or a couple nights ago, and you destroy him. So like, who's next? Like, I can't. Who?
You gotta throw my name into the top three, Keem. I'm in the best as well, lad. I beat the best. They said he was the best, and I beat him.
Agreed. Like Austin. By the way,
wait. I swear you made a tweet saying Taylor Holder's arguably as good as Jake.
That's the rumors that was going on. Listen, I fell into the hype, Gib. You don't understand. Everyone,
you can't blame Keem.
Because listen, I do my research and I talk to people that are at training camps. I'll try to get whatever information I can get. Banks, back me up on this. Not one single person saw a flaw with Taylor Holder prior to us actually seeing him in the ring. Everyone said
he had so much hype around him that there were people dropping like fucking flies, getting set up to fight him and then dropping out and not fighting him. Like people,
it was,
I think Tfue was one of them, right?
Tfue had an opportunity to back him. Deji had an opportunity. Deji backed out. Like so many different people backed out. Nobody wanted to fight Taylor Holder, and
that's what I wanted. I wanted the best. That's what I wanted.
And here's another thing.
Everyone thought I was this shit guy. Everyone thought that was shit guy, so I wanted to go for the best.
Danny Duncan had an opportunity to fight Taylor, and he said, "Hell no." I mean, everybody said no.
Except Big Gibber, and he came in and took the fucking dub. I do want to say though, Taylor is such a. I don't know how you guys are, or what kinds of conversations you guys have had post fight, but Taylor really is such a sweetheart. Like he really is a good dude.
He seems like a nice guy. Basically, I think the draw and the interviewer antagonized it, so left not on the best of terms. But in general, you see, I got respect for him and his skills. We both shared the ring. I got the win. And I still have respect for him. He's still a good fighter. So I've got nothing against him.
So this is actually my take on who I would imagine the absolute best person you could fight next is, apart from KSI or Jake. I think that a rematch with Taylor Holder with 10-ounce gloves, I think that would sell.
I won every round.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying specifically for the storyline, the fact that you got robbed, the fact that you guys went in there, the fact that they raised your hands, it was a draw. You guys you know what I mean? You retell that whole story 100 times.
Gib, I actually agree with FaZe Banks 100%.
I don't think so, boys. I don't think so. It was the dominant performance.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Point for Holder.
But Gib, that's what I'm saying. You go back in there, you dominate him again, you get your fucking hand raised properly. You know what I mean? And then it sets you.
Personally, Banks,
in terms of marketing and a draw and selling tickets, I just can't. But other than, like I said, other than KSI or Jake Paul, I can't imagine a bigger hype around the fight.
Banks, I have to back you up on this. I think the biggest money bag you can get, like the biggest payday for your next fight, is a rematch with Taylor Holder, because I think that fight sells. I think that is the fight that sells, because people were robbed of the opportunity of seeing your hand raised, right? And they want that, even though it was reversed, and even though you were clearly the winner and there was a mistake or whatever. Your fans want to see your hand raised, and Taylor Holder wants, revenge. He got
Gib, think about it. I don't think Taylor necessarily deserves a rematch, because you beat him flat out, fair and square. I think that's up to you.
I agree with that.
It's deferred to you. It's up to you. If you want a rematch, then I think it's all comes down to you. But think about it this way. There isn't a motherfucker on the internet who would miss that fight. Nobody is missing that fight. Everyone is going to watch.
That's his biggest bag. That's millions and millions of dollars.
Everyone wants that. Everyone wants to see that. Everyone's going to, you know what I mean? I mean, it's nothing.
I don't think there's many options. I don't think it's as narrow as you guys are saying. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's narrow either. I think you could probably at this point fight anyone. You could probably fight Austin if you wanted to.
There's many. The pool has got bigger. Before the fighting pool was so small, but now the fighting pool has got bigger.
Agreed.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just personally, again, in terms of selling tickets and stuff,
can we talk about Austin McBroom for a second? Oh my God.